Sometimes the biggest thing standing between you and a calmer pet is your own nervous system. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like nothing you're doing is working, this short practice can help you reset and in turn help your pet feel safer too. I'm going to guide you through a simple 5-minute nervous system reset you can use when you need it most.
Come on, all you doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet dog.
Welcome to the final episode of the Calm Dog Connection series. I'm Ann Angela Webb, and I'm passionate about enhancing the deep connection between your nervous system and your dog or other animal family member through animal acupressure, massage, and over 20 years as a professional animal communication instructor. I'm also a licensed psychotherapist focusing on hypnosis and brain spotting, something we're going to be talking a little bit more about soon. I work with both humans and animals, and I've seen how often our pets absorb our stress. And so yes, this is labeled about dogs, this series, but it's really about any animal in our lives. And even just helping ourselves. It can have nothing to do with your pet. So when we're braced, overthinking, or emotionally flooded, our animals feel it through what's called co-regulation. And we talked a little bit more in the first 2 episodes of the series. You may want to go back and watch those, but it's not necessary if you want to go ahead and go through this lesson. So the good news, when we gently bring our own nervous systems back online, our animals often soften too, and this is especially helpful on days when you feel really stuck. And this could have nothing to do with your animals, or it could be, as you know, as pet parents, when we're dealing with stressful situations with our animals. So this is just a simple nervous system regulation tool called Gazespotting. And it's a gentle, simplified version derived from brain spotting, which was developed by David Gran. And just a quick note, this is not therapy. It's not a replacement for professional mental health support when needed. So here's a simple version you can use when you need a reset. I'm going to walk you through it step by step so you can follow along or try it right after watching this. Do this when your body and mind need a break. So that just could also be during lunchtime, after work, or before bed. And even 1 to 5 minutes can help. Set a gentle timer with an alarm for maybe 5 minutes, or if you don't need to be alerted, you can just even fall asleep if you want. Find yourself a nice grounded spot to sit in first, and notice a place in your body that already feels neutral or calm. And give that place in your body a number from 1 to 10, 10 being the most relaxed. And then look for an even calmer spot. And then gently scan the environment, going from left to right, then up and down. And find a spot where your body feels even more settled. And just zone out with intention and softly gaze at that spot. Just allow your mind to wander. You don't need to analyze anything. And when the timer goes off, close your eyes, take a few breaths, and do a quick body scan. And gently stretch and come back to the present. And if you've done this along with me, just notice what shifts may have occurred in your body. And then notice what happens with your animal afterward, if they happen to be present. And the difference between this and just spacing out is intention and permission. So you're giving yourself permission to pause. Your nervous system receives a very different message than when you feel, say, guilty for doing nothing. That permission helps your body down-regulate. And in turn, that helps your pet. If there's a critical voice that shows up that says you should be working, just say thank you for trying to help. Right now, what I actually need is to reset my nervous system so I can show up better for my animal and myself. This is the next layer after the grounding exercise in part 1 and 2. If you would like to do this in a series that builds upon itself, or you could actually do this, put this one at the start if you're really feeling like you need some regulation, or you just find that you take to it. Just see how things land. There's no rules here. And the lesson here is your pet doesn't always need you to be doing things for them to help them. They also just need you to be in a state where you can truly be with them. And we find this with animal communication. This is where the information flows. You may get some messages when you do this, intuitive understanding about your pet. This simple practice helps you return to that state where real connection and progress become possible. Try this quick reset anytime that you feel overwhelmed as well, and come back and tell me in the comments what you noticed in your body or with your pet, any changes in them as you do this. And I do read every single comment. And I also want to mention, if this 3-part series has been helpful, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss future videos about animal communication, nervous system work, animal massage, and acupressure. And I do some great interviews with some really special, talented, smart professionals in the animal field. And one of the reasons I do care so deeply about this work is because I feel very passionate that these self-regulation skills are so important, but they're especially great to start when you're young. And that's actually part of what inspired my book, Misha's Heart Adventure, Emotional Regulation While Learning How Animals Think and Feel. This book has some intro to animal communication sort of woven throughout the story about Misha. And there's also a music album that goes with the book. You can find that book on any place that books are sold, and the music on any streaming service. It also benefits the Warrior Dog Foundation, which is a wonderful organization that helps dogs who have served our country. And if you'd like deeper support, you'd like to go further with your training, my appointments, my trainings, my classes. I also have free meditation on my website, hypnosis tracks, and other resources listed below. You can also binge watch episodes with lessons on animal communication, acupressure, massage, various topics. And as a thank you for being a part of this series, I do also have a special offer linked below. Thank you for being part of this series, and see you next time. God bless.
Rub my belly, rub my belly, rub my belly, my belly, my belly, rub my belly, rub my belly, rub my belly, my belly, my belly. I like my ears rubbed.